Well, here we are. These architects love these big open spaces, don't they? Well, there's an anonymous building there. Look, I have no idea what that building is. But lo and behold, Séjour Affaires Résidence de Bretagne. I don't know what that building is. I don't know, it doesn't scream. Of course, it doesn't help having all this junk here. Now this, presumably, it says there in very small letters, that's the Gare SNCF. So, presumably behind this awful facade is the station. So we're going to have a look. Well, there's a box there which looks as though it's got a lift going into it. So presumably that will help pedestrians connect with something on the ground floor. I don't know what it is. This is the entrance to the station. Tickets, toilets. There you are, look, another one of those. A lift, escalator or stairs down to the big entrance. Here it is, this is the station. Now they used to have quite a nice old station here, I thought, but I presume the fast train comes to Rennes, and I suppose they want to connect with all the important places, with all the important people. So they have this. It looks very good, but of course, I don't know what Brunel would have made of all this. Of course, Brunel came from a French family, so maybe he would have liked it. But it's big. You see, when you walk with difficulty, like I'm walking with difficulty now, these distances become a problem. They can put in escalators, lifts. They help, of course. But even so, when you have to walk 500 yards, and of course you don't know where you're going, you don't know what you're looking for. We arrived here yesterday, 11 o'clock at night, most everything was closed, there was nobody around to ask, and we couldn't find any signs to direct us to the Ibis hotel, which is just across there. We couldn't find any signs from here to say, which is the Ibis, which is just there, that second building there is the Ibis hotel. Apart from the prison building beyond, God knows what that is. And this, unfortunately, is Rennes. I used to arrive years ago in the old station, this part of town, just here, and I used to think what an awful place Rennes was. It was some time before I discovered the old town, up in the, where it's all 18th century, nice, attractive 18th century, predictable buildings. But we were there yesterday, and of course it's mostly done with cobbles, granite sets. And again, the distances now, as I'm older, it's very difficult to walk on. That's one of the benefits of this sort of walking. You see, this is a nice surface to walk on, if you don't have to walk half a mile to find anything. So let's go and have a look down there. We'll just have a little pace down there. Well, down there, of course, is a railway line. That's what this building is really all about. It's somewhere to catch a train. You'd think it was a shopping centre by the look of some of it, because everything is little kiosks for something. Well, okay, that's modern life, but there, over the top of there, look, Voie 7 or 8, that's the quay, presumed platform. But look at the writing above. It's so small. I mean, I'm standing here to read what it says virtually for lots of people. They've got to walk across and find out. And if they find out when they get there it's not what they want, isn't it awful? I mean, why? It's not necessary. They could have, look, they've got loads of space there. They could make a decent sign. Who designs all this stuff? I mean, look, down, up. I mean, I bet it looked lovely on the architect's drawing, but does it work? I don't know. It doesn't work for me, I can absolutely assure you that. I wear spectacles, I wear glasses, so I can manage to cope with this. But for some people, they don't have to be blind, with severe sight impairment. These sort of reflective surfaces, all these barriers are very confusing, trying to work out what you do. Now you see, this is extraordinary here because at the top of these stairs they've got a warning there for people, for blind people primarily, to say, look, those dimples, tell them there's some stairs arriving here. Well, and they've got nosings on the treads and risers just to help them. They've got a handrail both sides. They've got different height handrails, which is good. Small people, large people, children, adults. So somebody's been thinking about it. You see, some people. Bear in mind, people go down with suitcases, so presumably if they know where they're going, if they can sort out what that is, they'd go down that little lift over there. It's a very poor little entrance. Let's go and have a look at the entrance and see how big that is. Well, I presume it's wide enough. Let's have a look. The door opens about my stick, about there. Well, I suppose it's wide enough for a wheelchair, if you're a wheelchair user, or if you have a dog with you, have your guide dog. Let's try again. Let's have another go. And when you get in, there's the buttons. Again, silver on silver. It's all very minimalistic, isn't it? It's not very clear what you're supposed to do or where it goes. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting too old. Isn't it funny, you see? Bank and assurance, nice big writing. Relay, nice big writing. But the essential information, some of it, is very difficult to see, isn't it?
Pour assurer votre sécurité, la SNCF vous demande d'indiquer vos noms et prénoms sur vos bagages et de ne pas les laisser sans surveillance. Les étiquettes sont à votre disposition dans les kiosques accueil SNCF. Si tout colis ou bagage n'est pas de plus abandonné.
Now that was an announcement, nice French voice, but I couldn't really tell you what she was saying. I couldn't really hear it. It wasn't that clear. She sounded as though she was coming out of the sky, but it's not, I don't know. Mr. Brunel, where are you? There's a nice big notice for a shop called Parfois. Next to the parfois is the toilet and a waiting room. That toilet has got a permanent queue. There's a lady in there, takes the money, 80 cents, jusqu'à €1, almost €1. That is the only toilet provided in the station, the only ones. Big long queue, male and female. I went in the gents' urinals, 2 urinals, that's all there are. What a disgrace. What an absolute disgrace. In a place this size, with all these thousands of people who come through here every day, just those toilets. It makes you wonder. I mean, really, these architects, they need shooting, don't they? They really do. The other thing about those toilets, I couldn't actually see, it says on the sign there's a disability toilet. I couldn't see it, but maybe it was there, but I didn't actually see it. And of course, disability doesn't only mean somebody in a wheelchair. We have to keep reminding ourselves of that. Well, this is old Rennes down there, or some of it. You've kept to go on up to the old town. Bits of an old building. Anyway, that's what we were trying to find yesterday, the Hotel Ibis. Now, every now and again from the town you could see it because it was up high, but we couldn't get to it. Every road we went to was route barrée or déviation. And poor little sat-nav had us going round and round. She was saying, do a U-turn in the road and all this stuff. Obviously she couldn't cope. And this is Gare de Rennes. This is the main entrance, presumably. But I can't work out how you get to it. You see, you've got all these horrible balustrades everywhere. I'm not quite sure how you get up here. That's a gentle gradient up there. That'll kill me. If I walk up to the top of that, I should be absolutely exhausted by the time I get to the top, as lots of people will. You don't have to be in a wheelchair to be disabled. You have changes in levels, that occurs. That's natural. Yeah, look, there's more building going on down there. Bear in mind, I mean, they've been building all this for years and years and years. Bit more of old town. Why is it? Am I just an old codger? Old town is much more interesting than this. This is hideous, really, isn't it? What is it? I don't know. What's the maintenance going to be on like a building like this? This is the main entrance, it says, Gare de Rennes. How'd you get there? Where? Where from? How'd you approach here? I don't know. Climb up the bank? I just can't imagine how you get here. It's all balustrades, fencing to keep you out there. There's another space station emerging over those roofs. Look, who are these architects? They really do need locking up, don't they? They shouldn't be allowed out. They should have their pencil boxes confiscated. Ah, here is the Ibis Hotel. Look, next door to this extraordinary building. I don't know what it is. It looks like a prison. I honestly don't know whether that is some external cladding. I don't know what that is. Don't know what it is all about. And down there they're building something else which is equally horrible. Okay, maybe that's going to have some cladding on it as well. I just don't know what they're doing here. And it's so sad because opposite we've got obviously an old building, traditional building behind this awful fence. You can see there's other buildings, familiar old buildings. I don't know what they are. Looks like some sort of institution, school or something. I don't know what they are. Maybe they're flats. It's got a flag flying there, the French flag. Maybe it's a police building. I just don't get it at all. I just don't get this. Next door to the Ibis, there's another shiny box, international architecture. Architects design these and get paid for doing so. I don't know why. I mean, look, it's a building site in front of the main entrance of a hotel. I mean, if that's not dangerous, I don't know what is. And it's the inconvenience, the noise of this building. They were started here, they were at 5 o'clock this morning. There was noise going on here, I don't know what it was. 6 o'clock they came to empty the bins, left the diesel engine running. Now in the middle of that, there, all those barriers, there's obviously a staircase going down to something. I don't know where it goes down to. Somewhere around here is the new station. You can walk to it if I can find where it is. And I go and have a look at it. I mean, that really is a monstrosity. It is a Paprec company, so we'll possibly drop them a line. It seems to be one man, he's having to do everything, running the vehicle, collecting the bins. He probably stops. Usually they've got to do their job when it's quiet, outside, traffic-wise quiet. Of course, that's when people are trying to get to sleep. See if I can catch him again when he comes around the front.